is up, you sexy ass motherfuckers? Welcome back to yet another Rome 2 Total War battle. Today we're going to be watching another battle sent by the sexy motherfucker himself, King Grayson. Make sure to check him out. He will be down in the description below. He's a great guy. But he said that this was an extremely close battle. It looks like the battle was quite literally called "Who Will Win?" And it looks like we've got Carthage, Seleucid, and Saba versus Tylis, Arverni, and Athens. Let's go ahead and watch the replay and get this video started. While it's loading, though, guys, make sure you guys grab something to drink, something to eat. Go ahead and grab your Gamer Grind coffee. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video, guys. This video is sponsored by Gamer Grind Company. They are primarily based within the United States area. A fantastic, well-priced, high-quality coffee. Make sure that you guys grab it while you can. Use the link down in the description below, as well as my code CAPN4IS to be able to get a nice little discount. I'm actually enjoying a nice cup of joe right now, so make sure you guys go and grab some too. But yes, this siege battle looks like it is going to be a very interesting one, and I'm very excited to be able to watch it, guys. And I do apologize for having disappeared for a little bit. It's been a little bit busy, been really focused on the business. That has been my primary focus as of late, is just working on the eBay business. We also took a little bit of a vacation to Hawaii, which is amazing. The greatest refresher that I could have ever asked for. It was quite enjoyable. And of course, taking care of the pup and other things as well. But I do want to continue making videos for you guys. I am trying to get some more streams out. I do need to delete the quote-unquote stream schedule that I have listed there, because that is a schedule that I never really started following in the first place, and I don't want to trick you guys. But yeah, I do stream on twitch.tv/CAPN4IS. I stream a lot of Rome 2. I stream Escape from Tarkov, Rust, Total War games in general, all kinds of strategy games, random open world games or 2D games, you name it, I've probably played it. No, I'm just joking, but I played a lot of games, so make sure you guys join the stream as well. And if you guys like this video, make sure to leave it a nice little thumbs up, and if you're feeling especially generous, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're trying to reach 200 subs. We are currently, at the time of me recording, we are currently at 179 subs, so if you guys could subscribe as well, I would highly appreciate it. Looking over at the attackers, it looks like Grayson was on the attackers this time. It looks like we've got Tylis over here moving up a couple of units of Celtic warriors to be able to start breaking down the walls, and of course we have the mighty tribal warriors as well as some Oathsworn. So always good to see, and some Celtic slingers as well. Arverni, another very powerful faction, bringing in chosen swordsmen and Celtic warriors, as well as, of course, the Gallic hunters and some artillery, and a noble horse general. You usually don't see a horse general anymore. It's usually always Oathsworn, so that's always good to see. Always good to see. And then we've got the defending Carthage shotgunning with his artillery, kicking some ass with some fiery balls of justice. That one was a little bit short, but you love to see the men burn to death from the fiery balls of justice. Looking back over at the final attacking force, we've got Athens coming in with some Theros spears, thorax swords, and a lot of ranged... Oh, that's just 4. For some reason I was counting 5. We've got, of course, mercenary Cretan archers and 1 unit of regular archers, which is very interesting to see. I guess you can only bring 3 units of mercenary Cretan archers, so that's not really too weird. And of course we're bringing some pikemen as well, but a lot of Theros spears. Love to see it. We've got some units engaged on the outside of the wall, some Thracian warriors charging into these late Libyan hoplites, but getting peppered by some Balearic slingers. Great move by the defenders, moving over those Balearic slingers to really engage with these lightly armored units and deal a huge punch to them, utilizing their hoplites to the best of their ability to be able to hold back the forces and try to get as many kills as possible. Love to see it. Another unit of Thracian warriors charging in to engage with this hoplite unit. Love to see their giant swords. I love the look of them. They don't really have a curve to them. It's just like a giant stick, very sharp stick that just does so much damage to their opponents. You love to see it. Gotta get some coffee in me real quick. Moving back over to the rest of the battlefield, Carthage over here with the units that we can see. Of course, we've got some living infantry, Cretan archers, and some more hoplites, bringing in a decent amount of hoplites. Good to see. Good to see. Can't really quite see too many units on this side. We got some eastern spears moving up onto the walls to be able to defend against this levy. Freeman, we've got a little bit of a sally out. We've got desert heavy lancers charging into the flanks of these Celtic warriors, dealing a massive punch and just absolutely decimating those Celtic warriors, getting 180 kills so far and still having enough unit to really pack a punch. Very, very, very good move by Saba. You love to be able to see a sally out. You love to be able to see them deal some great damage. 230 kills with 29 units still left. They're going to go ahead and move their focus and to go ahead and charge into this unit of Celtic warriors. Will they be able to turn around in time? No, I don't think they're going to be able to get their javelins off, so they're going to quickly charge into the flanks and get a bunch of kills on these guys. Great move by Saba, getting a ton of kills, just moving back and forth and absolutely decimating some units, charging back into another unit of Celtic warriors, trying to stop them from being able to utilize any ranged capabilities and really deal some heavy damage against these Cav. I think I don't know, I think this might be the end of this Cav unit, but with 300 kills, it most certainly was worth. Slowed down the opponents, really allowed them to be able to focus down these Levy Freemen and get a lot of kills on a lot of Celtic warriors, which is about 350 gold each, if I remember correctly. So great move by Saba, getting a ton of kills, and ooh, that poor Cav units getting absolutely decimated by some javelins, but getting 316 kills, definitely getting their money's worth and doing a great job and forcing the attacking forces into what we like to call a noob square formation. Very effective against cavalry, but really stalls your advance on the walls. Looking back over on Athens, we've still got Athens engaged with these late Libyan hoplites over on the front of the walls. We've got so many dead bodies here. The Thracian warriors having taken so much damage, but having dealt a lot of damage as well. We've got some more elite Libyan infantry over outside of the walls as well. They really just do not want their opponents to take one step within the walls. Beautiful to see, beautiful to see. Saba over here, we've got some Sabian swords moved up onto the walls, as well as 4 units of Sabian archers. And then over here we've got Seleucid with some thorax swords, and then another disappearing unit that I wasn't quite sure, but a lot of thorax swordsmen, a lot of more dangerous elite swords ready to hold the walls till the end to do as much damage as they possibly can. Oh, got a homemade cookie here. I'm going to take a bite real quick. Should I be eating while I'm making a video? No, but it's good. Oh, and then we got a unit of light cavalry from Seleucid moving into the tree line, trying to hide and stay hidden. I don't know if they'll be able to stay hidden because they're so close, but doing what they can. Utilizing the terrain to the best of their ability to be able to try and hide from these units and hope that they'll move far enough away where they might be able to take out this ballista before it rains too many balls of justice upon them. Looking back over on Athens, it looks like Carthage has done an amazing job of utilizing their forces and holding outside of the walls. Just the pure carnage that you see outside of these walls, dealing so much damage to the attacking forces. It looks like the attackers have been stalled here for quite a minute. We're going to go ahead and forward. Oh, wow, we're not going to forward. Holy smokes. That was a terrible idea. Okay, we're not going to forward. We're actually going to go ahead and look over at Arverni, because it looks like Arverni is making their way into the city, moving up some Celtic warriors, preparing to start throwing some javelins into these Sabian swordsmen, into these thorax swordsmen, and really just try to get as many kills as they possibly can. But they need to quickly move up some more reinforcements. If they're not continuously pushing in reinforcements to support their troops, then they're not going to be able to, continue to make the push on their enemies. Utilizing their archers to really get some nice flanking fire on these Sabian swordsmen as well, trying to support their Celtic warriors as much as they can and try to get inside of these walls. The defenders do have plenty of units close by, even able ready to be able to move in and deal some damage to the enemy. We've also got some mercenary Scrutarii or Scrutari moving up and preparing to be able to help their allies as well. We've got Carthage moving over some Balearic Slingers, 2 units of Balearic Slingers over to the side, trying to get some more side fire, trying to continuously harass the Athenian forces and ensure that they do not move into the city. Athens is all but giving up on this gate over here in favor of moving their forces more to the right to try and support Athens in their endeavors. They've already taken so much damage at the beginning of this gate here. I mean, just look at all the bodies. Thracian warriors, mercenary Thracian warriors aren't too expensive, but I mean, they're going to take so much damage, especially retreating like that. They're going to continuously show their backs into the enemies. Great move by Carthage, this late Libyan hoplite moving into the flank of these thorax swordsmen, so that way these Balearic slingers can get some nice flanking fire and potentially even break these thorax swords. Yeah, they are dealing so much damage. These thorax swords may break these Libyan hoplites, but at what cost? At 66 men left, they really do not have much remaining. And yeah, these thorax swordsmen are going to break. I would run too if I just was told to be able to run and show my back to a bunch of solid rocks. Wouldn't be very happy about that. Wouldn't be too happy with my general. Over here, we've got this unit of Celtic warriors breaking against the might of the Sabian swords and the mercenary Scrutari, throwing in their javelins, showing their might and supporting their allies wherever they can. Over here, Arverni is trying to do whatever they can. They've got some chosen swordsmen engaged with the thorax swords, as well as the Sabian swordsmen really just trying to move in and continue to push into the city. We've got Tylus moving in so many different units. We've got tribal warriors and Celtic warriors engaged with this unit of thorax swords. We've got another unit, a couple of units of tribal warriors engaged with this other unit of thorax swords. We've got cavalry moved in, trying to get some flanking attacks on these troops. It's just a complete and utter bloodbath over here. We've got some more tribal warriors charging in and trying to engage with these Theros spears, trying to make sure that they cannot utilize their Peltus capability and really get some flanks. So Tylus really just using their bodies to their advantage and pushing in with everything that they can, and trying to make sure that they really can secure a location within this settlement. Always good to see, always good to see. And these thorax swordsmen are really doing whatever they can to hold, but they just have to fight against so much reckless hate, especially against these tribal warriors. These tribal warriors are god tier units. I absolutely love them. Let's go ahead and enjoy some of this fighting here real quick while I take another sip of coffee here. Probably should have taken the spoon out. But still, good coffee, good coffee. We've also got this unit of depleted Celtic warriors with 78 kills moving in, charging into these Theros spears. The Theros spears are going to do whatever they can to be able to try and break these Celtic warriors before they charge in. But they are men of Gaul. Well, I guess not Gaul. They are barbarian men. They will not falter against anything except for until they get to the fight. Then they might falter a little bit. As you can see, they are breaking, but they're going to charge in and try to silence these Theros spears for as long as possible. Hopefully take a couple of these bastards down with them before they fall, so that way hopefully the rest of their forces can break through and show their fronts instead of their backs to the might of the Theros spears. Theros spears getting 88 kills, which is beautiful to see. 91 kills now. Really just trying to get as many kills as possible against these troops, utilizing those Theros spears fantastically. We got Athens having moved over their entire army to support Arverni. Arverni fighting against some Eastern spearmen, which were victorious against the Levy spears on the wall. The Eastern spears moving down in favor of engaging with these chosen spears. We've also got, chosen swords. We got another unit of chosen swordsmen that charge into the wall and flanked around this other unit of what is this, thorax swordsmen. But they're going to go ahead and turn back around and engage with these Sabian swordsmen. They do not want to get shot in the flank, which is exactly what Carthage is doing. Very, very good move with these mercenary Cretan archers, really just trying to utilize their ammo to the best of their ability and fire into the flanks of their opponents. Over here, we've got more and more chosen swordsmen pushing into the fray, and with the support of Athens, they are starting to finally make the push into the city. We've still got a struggling Celtic warrior over here fighting against some mercenary Scrutari, as well as more mercenary Scrutari that have bolt ammo, I'm assuming, because they have 0 kills, so definitely going to be a very, very interesting fight. As long as they're utilizing that ammo against a weaker unit, it's more in favor of Arverni. I mean, of course, trying to kill as many enemies as you can, trying to push into your wall with your projectiles is great. But if it was more, I would be more worried if it was against the like Chosen Swordsman or Oathsworn, because they are a more elite unit that you don't want to lose against ranged fire. But fantastic move by these mercenary Scrutari, going into an angle where they'll be able to really fire into the sides of these thorax swordsmen, and really get some great kills against them as well. Let's see if we can see them throw. Come on, come on, come on, throw. Are they just gonna charge in? Come on, come on. Oh, there we go, there we go. Saba really utilizing their ammunition and getting that flanking fire that Carthage is going for, and there we go. Carthage is now throwing their projectiles into these thorax swords. These thorax swords are going to take a huge beating against the projectiles. Great move by the defenders. Looking back over to Arverni. Arverni has made some great progress within the city, has finally taken the first layer of walls, forced Saba and Carthage to fall back into the inner city streets. So great moves, definitely the first move that you need to take in order to take the city. It looks like we've got some more forces falling back towards the center. Got a lot of archers moving back. The general staying nearby to help inspire their troops, and the thorax swordsman is going to begin to break against the might of the so many projectiles. So many projectiles. Great move by them. Oh my goodness. Looking back over to Tylus. Tylus is making some great moves again. Really just pushing in whatever they can into these forces. And with the support of Athens, getting some flanks off. It's just a very depleted unit of Thera Spears doing what they can to fight against so many different units. But there's no way that they're going to be able to win this fight. They might hold them off for a little bit, but they will not come victorious. But if they can take as many of them down as possible, so that way their brothers and sisters in arms can hopefully survive this battle, then it will be a victory achieved for them. But yes, we've got so many tribal warriors moved in here. We've got the whole swath of more tribal warriors moving in, taking the courtyard, putting pressure on their opponents, and really just forcing them to fall back. They have lost the first line of defense, and I don't know if they really planned on holding this kind of area over here. So yeah, they're gonna go ahead and fall back to more of the inner defenses. We've got the staircase. I do love this map with their choke points, and it's an absolutely gorgeous map. I mean, just look at it. Look at this map. It's absolutely gorgeous to see as well. But yeah, Saba is really utilizing their Sabian swordsmen to fight against the more elite Chosen swordsmen. Chosen swordsmen are going to get a lot of kills, but one of them is exhausted. You got to let them be able to hopefully refresh up a little bit. Let them rest, because if they're exhausted, they're not going to get as many kills. They're going to fall quicker, and they won't be as helpful. But they do have a lot of kills, and they are Chosen swordsmen. It's not like they're going to fall quickly. We do have tribal warriors from Tylus moving. I don't know what this was. We had Sabian swordsmen try to... I don't know if the Sabian swordsmen tried to push through or what really happened. There was definitely some sort of like push through there. That was weird. But yeah, we've got Carthage now falling back here with a lot of units in favor of holding this kind of inner area, these choke points, which is a great move. Definitely a great place to be able to hold. And now the attackers are just trying to clean up that inner wall. Or I'm sorry, that most outer wall. Reform their troops and prepare to be able to really move into the city, engage with their opponents. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pause the video here for a little bit, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and jump back into the video once they really start engaging with those inner defenses, because right now they're just kind of forming up. Use this time to be able to again grab something to drink, something to eat. If you need to get a little bit of a refresher on your soda or whatever you might be drinking today. And I will see you guys again here soon. Alright guys, it looks like we do have Tylus starting to move in here with one unit of tribal warriors just being absolutely relentless with their army, not stopping and really just pushing in all of their units and using the might of the tribal warriors, which is working to push into the city and really deal some great damage. Look at those Scrutari melt. Love to see it. Tylus is just such a powerful faction, and I love it that we didn't have to wait too long for the action to resume either. Always good, always good. But yes, Tylus really taking the lead in this battle and just continuously pushing against the enemy and trying to do whatever they can to be able to break through and allow their allies the opportunity to kind of flank the enemy or do whatever they need to do in order to win them the battle today. Damn, God, I love coffee. What is your favorite flavor of creamer that you use in your coffee? Or if you don't use creamer, do you put anything else in your coffee? Or do you just drink coffee straight black? I used to do that whenever I was on a diet. Can't do that anymore. It's just not great. I love coffee, but man, it's just... by itself, it's a little rough sometimes. Ooh, and beautiful flanking fire from the attacking forces, from those Gallic hunters, especially against the mercenary Scrutari that don't have much in the way of armor. They have 60 armor, but flanking fire, I mean, if you look at them, it looks like they're really just wearing cloth with a small little shield on their chest. So getting some of that flanking fire is really going to allow them to break through here pretty quickly. Great moves. Great moves. Saba is moving back their Sabian swordsmen. I don't know if they're going to fall back all the way or if they're going to try to hold. I'm not really quite sure what their plan is, but I'm excited to be able to see. We got these mercenary Balearic Slingers with 246 kills. Balearic Slingers are such a good unit. Just kind of hanging out here, out of ammo, just kind of scouting out and making sure that the attacking forces aren't trying to sneak anyone behind their lines. Tylus not giving up, moving in now that there is a gap. And really just moving in with their tribal warriors and continuing to wreak havoc. Saba moving in their swords, trying to do whatever they can to be able to close the gap and make sure that these troops cannot escape. We've got a unit of late Libyan hoplites that has seen battle. I don't know if they were the ones that were seeing battle on the outside of the walls, but moving in to cycle out with these Libyan infantry so that way the Libyan infantry can hopefully turn around and defend the streets. We've also got another unit of fresh Libyan infantry here to help support the Sabian swordsmen in their retreats, and just kind of cover everyone while they get out of there. Wow, great job by Tylus. Really putting on that pressure. That was beautiful to see, utilizing their entire army, not holding anything back, and really just utilizing their forces to the best of their ability. Very interesting formation by the mercenary Samnite warriors, because they can get a little bit of a flank off on that unit. Got to be careful about that. But it looks like we do have some more elite units up here ready to engage with these forces as well. We've got Tylus having potentially taken some fire from some archers over on the flank here, so they fell back a little bit just to try to protect their flanks. Got this depleted unit of tribal warriors with 135 kills charging into these Sabian swordsmen. I'm still rooting for the tribal warriors. I have a feeling that these guys are going to be the victors of this little skirmish here. They are just so powerful, and just watch them melt these Sabian swordsmen like butter. Beautiful to see. Absolutely beautiful to see. But yeah, they have forced their opponents to completely fall back to these streets. They just were not able to hold these streets against the might of Tylus. Really just pushed in and melted those units. But we've got a unit of... I have no idea how that unit of thorax swordsmen got into the... I'm so confused. I have no idea how they got into the backs of these guys. But they're going to go ahead and charge into these tribal warriors and get absolutely melted. They're going to break here any minute. And yes, the tribal warriors can smell the blood. They are like sharks, getting as many kills as they possibly can. And there goes the thorax swords. We've got another unit of Libyan infantry here close by to help defend these city streets. They're going to need to go ahead and send in some more troops here soon to be able to support these Sabian swords. Don't retreat the swords. They're just going to take even more damage. Guys, a little bit of a tip for you. Whenever your troops are engaged like that, try not... In this case, it wasn't too bad because Tylus decided to go ahead and retreat. But try not to retreat your troops unless you have another troop to cycle out with them. Because whenever they retreat, they will take a ton of damage because the forces that are attacking them are going to continue to chop them down as they run. Over here, we've got our Verni switching out with Tylus, letting Tylus go ahead and rest for a little bit. They are exhausted. They have done so much damage. And now it's the Chosen Swordsman's turn. Fresh unit of chosen swordsmen completely full, ready to engage with these Sabian swordsmen and absolutely demolish them. The Sabian swords are going to do whatever they can to be able to really use their ammo and try to take out some of these chosen swordsmen. They are going to hold firm for, I don't know what Saba really, I don't know if they believe in like a king, an emperor, or what they kind of had, but hold firm for their gods. There we go. It's always a safe bet to fall through. But yeah, they're gonna do what they can to try to hold against these chosen swordsmen. But they're getting a couple of kills. They're getting a couple of kills. Not too many, but a couple of them. But really just trying to do what they can. And now we've got some Eastern Spearmen charging in to be able to support their Sabian brethren and their allies during this battle, and really try to charge into these chosen spearmen and try to get chosen swordsmen. I don't know why I keep saying spearmen, and try to get as much damage off as possible. But these Eastern Spears will not be able to hold for very long. They're a very cheap unit, and chosen swords are incredible. But they're really utilizing that small gap on the side to the best of their ability and getting a lot of volleys off on the flanks of those chosen swords, which they're going to go ahead and cycle out and try to stop them from doing so. Beautiful moves by the defending forces as well. Looking back over to the other side, it looks like they're at a little bit of a standstill with against these Sabian swordsmen on this side in Athens. Doing a great job of moving some units around. Carthage having a couple of more depleted units here to be able to make sure that Athens can't completely flank their forces, but Athens really moving their entire army over on this side, trying to seek revenge against Carthage for having dealt so much damage to their numbers outside of the walls, really taking back the side that they were assigned to fight at the very beginning and trying to utilize this flank to the best of their ability. We've got our Vernig charging in with some chosen swords, getting peppered, absolutely peppered. Fantastic move by the Sabian swordsmen, but they're going to go ahead and charge into these Sabian swords and just start to do as much damage as possible. Try to be careful whenever you're charging in multiple units at the same time. I mean, I would never recommend charging in multiple units. You really only need to charge in one unit at a time, because they're all going to fight against that unit. Like, all three units are going to be considered as fighting against that unit, but all the units in the back here aren't doing anything, so they'll get exhausted. They won't be as efficient, and really, they're not doing anything for you if you have that many units engaged with them at one time. But we've got the tribal warriors charged into the Sabian swordsmen, ready to continue to wreak havoc against the defending forces. Love to see them. Definitely one of my favorite forces in the game. Look at those shields. They are absolutely gorgeous. Just the painting that they do, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And the artwork on those shields is gorgeous. And the armor is really cool. The scaly armor, really love to see that as well. Looking back over to the other side, it looks like we have some mercenary Samnite warriors, elites against elites, fighting against some depleted tribal warriors and a lot of chosen swordsmen. Again, you should retreat some of these chosen swords because they're just going to get tired. It's not worth having so many units fight in that gap. Athens over here, Semiokates, mercenary Cretan archers with the Thera spears doing a lot of damage. I don't know. I have no idea what just happened here. I'm really confused. I don't know if they were able to gap or what happened there with Athens, but somehow they were able to catch those archers and deal a large number to them as well. We've got some more forces, Libyan infantry moving in to try to support their allies and do as much damage as possible as well. Looking back over here, Tylus is really just doing a number on these Sabian swords. Sabian swords getting some kills every once in a while, but these tribal warriors are really going to do a huge number on these Sabian swords. They should keep cycling in and out, keep getting those charge bonuses off. If you keep cycle charging, you'll definitely be able to do a lot of damage. Over here, the Samnite warriors are kicking ass. Fighting against these tribal warriors, Samnites, this is what Samnites are good at. If they're not flanked or anything else, they're a highly armored unit with some great damage output. They'll be able to do a lot of damage against these tribal warriors and against these chosen swordsmen as well. Looks like we've got some more tribal warriors slowly but surely beginning to inch their way up. Eyeing up their enemies here, the unit of Libyan infantry, and just trying to decide whether or not they want to quite charge in or not, or sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We do have some Sabian archers here trying to utilize their ammo to the best of their ability and fire into these clumps of troops. Really just try to do as much damage as they plopsibly possibly can, and just supporting their mercenary Sam Knight warriors to the best of their ability. Moving back over here, we've got Athens still engaged with these Libyan infantry, trying to do as much damage as they possibly can. Great move by Athens, really utilizing this flank to the best of their ability as well. Moving in 2 units of Theros spears as well as a unit of thorax swordsmen to this flank to begin to really put the pressure and put the hurt on Carthage. They want their revenge. They do not want to lose another man to the Carthaginian scum. And so now they're going to go ahead and move up some pikemen. They see there's no archer support nearby, so they're going to move up some pikemen to engage with these Libyan infantry and really just try to do as much damage as they possibly can. Great move by Athens, especially since there's no archer support here. These pikemen are going to really be able to do a number on these Libyan infantry and just keep poking them with sharp sticks. Why fight them, you know, to head on whenever you can just poke them with long, sharp sticks? In this case, great move by the Libyan infantry. They're going to go ahead and fall back and try to make sure that those sharp, pointy sticks cannot go into the flank of their unit. We've got more units from Carthage moving in. Some units of depleted Libyan infantry moving in to be able to support against this flank. We've got the Theros spears really trying to set up. We got the thorax swordsmen, just all kinds of units really pushing on this flank and doing whatever they can as well. Saba's still doing everything in their power to really hold off against Arverni. Arverni here really just continuously to charge in and out with these large grouping of chosen swordsmen. And really just trying to do as much damage against these Sabian swords as they can, but getting peppered. Great move by Saba, really trying to utilize stacking your units kind of behind each other and try to utilize your volley capabilities as much as you possibly can, and firing into this huge blob of depleted units. Great move. They should be able to, I think they could probably break all of these chosen swords, but they're extremely depleted. They're super clumped up. They're taking a lot of fire. And they have a unit of fresh Sabian swords close by. They've already broken one unit. Of course, one of their units broke, but that's perfectly fine. These chosen swords, 2 units of chosen swords broke, and they just have to break the last 2. With the support of those archers, they definitely will be able to. And over here, we've still got this unit of mercenary Samurai warriors with 115 kills. With the support of the archers getting throwing so many arrows into the fray and really just doing as much damage as they possibly can against these chosen swordsmen. Love to see it. Over here, we've got a huge mosh pit going on with Athens. We've got a unit of fresh mercenary Samnite warriors engaged with these Theros spears. They need to move this Libyan infantry in somewhere and start, or at least like face them this way, or just do something with them so that way they don't get so flanking fired. But yeah, Athens utilizing their archers to continuously put pressure on these Carthaginian units. Athens going to go ahead and move another unit of Theros spears, moving in a fresh or fairly fresh unit of thorax swordsmen on the flank, and really just putting a ton of pressure on Carthage. Carthage definitely won't be able to hold this forever, but they sure as hell are going to try. They've also got some support from the tribal warriors from Tylus. Tylus just being all over the battlefield here. So yeah, they'll be able to make short work of these Libyan infantry, but they shall fight valiantly and try to take as many of these Greek and barbarian, I guess I can't say that because they're Carthage, but you know what I mean. Try to take as many of these bastards down with them as they possibly can. Over here, we've got even more units moving in to support. We've got some mercenary Iberian swordsmen as well as some Eastern spearmen coming in to try and support these mercenary Samnite warriors, which are about to be flanked by these Theros spears. But they've also got some thorax swordsmen moving in to engage with their opponents. So I think in this case, Carthage, I don't think they're going to be able to hold for too much longer. They're getting flanked, they're getting surrounded. It's not too pretty. Over here, it looks like they have finally broken Saba over here, but they might have actually fallen back this unit of Sabian swordsmen. Which looks like they did. They're actually going to go ahead and start falling back to this final choke point. They've still got, I think those units of pikes, they disappeared. Yep, I saw the pointy spears. They've still got some Royal Peltas. pikemen, they've got Iberian swords, they've still got a general unit, they've still got archers, they've still got units. They still have a chance to be able to hold this. Looking over at the attackers, our Vernie has definitely taken a number. Give me 1 sec. Okay, that like scared the crap out of me. I was like, what the hell was that noise? That was just Lorelai just bonking her, either her food bowl or a water bowl around. But looking over at the attackers, it looks like Athens still has a decent amount of troops here. Tylus has definitely taken a number. They still have some troops, but really just have taken the brunt of fighting on a lot of sides. And then, of course, our Vernie still has a few units of chosen swordsmen that have been chevroned in their general, but definitely I think Athens is definitely the healthiest of all the attackers. And the defenders, I can't really see what all they have. I want to say that I think Seleucid might be the healthiest out of all of them. I've seen a lot of weak troops from the Seleucid player, a lot of Levy troops and a lot of weaker. Oh, there we go. There's some tribal warriors. Okay. I was like, I only saw those few units over there, but we still got some more tribal warriors moving over onto the flank to be able to try and engage with these forces. The Iberian swords shooting into the flanks of these Theros spears, trying to break them, so that way these Samnite warriors aren't completely surrounded. Samnite warriors really doing a number on these troops, these Thorax swordsmen, as well as these Theros spears, getting a bunch of kills and actually breaking a unit of Thorax swords. These Eastern spearmen are going to go ahead and charge into, or go into square formation against these tribal warriors, and try to hold them off for as long as possible. They don't want to be flanked here. That's why they moved up so many troops, because they're trying to stop the flanking. But yeah, these Samnite warriors are doing a great job of doing some damage, breaking a unit of Theros spears, a unit of Thorax swordsmen, and dealing a decent amount of damage to another unit of Thorax swordsmen. So great job from them. We've got Tylus moving in to engage with Saba, charging in against these Sabian swordsmen. Saba is going to go ahead and countercharge against these tribal warriors, and they are going to fight to the death and see who wins this battle. This is definitely a very, very close battle, guys. I honestly have no idea who's going to win this one. We've still got plenty of archers from Saba still having ammo. All of them still have ammo. None of them have their swords out. And they don't have too terribly many kills, so I'm hoping that means that they still have a lot of ammo left over. But I haven't seen Tylus utilize their ammunition at all. They've still got full ammo, pretty much, with the Celtic sling. So if they really wanted to, they still have some time in this battle. They could just send them up, really focus fire on some of these troops over on the flank, and just try to get as many kills as they possibly can. This unit of mercenary Samnite warriors did go ahead and retreat back, kind of to this area over here. They can see, oh, actually they sent more reinforcements up here. They sent that unit of mercenary Iberian swords over here to engage with the tribal warriors, as well as another unit of Eastern spearmen. So many cheap troops. I'm not quite sure where the more elite troops are from the Seleucids. Maybe they still have a ton of troops over here. Oh, and we've got our Vernie over here with a unit of chosen swordsmen just going around and capturing some of these gates. I'm surprised. You didn't really have to capture this gate. I mean, it wouldn't have done anything really for you. It doesn't have the range to be able to shoot up onto that hill if they had any troops or anything up there. So I'm kind of surprised that they moved that unit of swordsmen over there to capture that tower. But you do you, boo. You do you. The Eastern Spearmen over here are quickly melting against the might of the elite troops of the tribal warriors, as well as the chosen swordsmen. They definitely did not stand a chance, and either they gotta send in another troop to reinforce this Eastern Spearmen, or they need to fall back to this final point with two different choke points. Now remember, they still have full ammo on their Celtic slingers, and they still have ammo with the Gallic warrior, so if they were to fall back here, they'd be able to get a lot of nice flanking fire over on this little side as well. So you got to be careful. I guess if you fall back, you can fall back kind of right there, and then like here, I guess, but then you'll still be able to get flanking fire right over here, so you kind of got to pick your poison in that case. Over here, I guess you could fall back here, but then again, they can flank, do a lot of flanking fire here, so there's just a lot of ifs, what ifs, kind of what do you want to do. Levy, pikemen, the tribal warriors are they gonna, please don't charge pikes, please don't charge pikes. Please don't charge pikes. Please don't charge pikes. Run, tribals. I don't want to see you get melted by pikes. I love the tribals. Yeah, there we go. Okay, great move here. I don't know what Saba was doing. I don't know if they were distracted. But great move by the attackers. If they want to leave their archers out here, then massacre them, slaughter them. Do not allow them to escape with any more ammunition to engage with your forces. These Oathsworn are getting absolutely peppered by the archers, though. Holy smokes. But yeah, don't let them retreat. If I was Sab, I'd try to get my units out of there, but I think they might be distracted or focused elsewhere, looking at a different part of the battle. I think these archers might have been pretty much out of ammo anyway, so it's not the biggest loss in the world, but still, any body that's able to fight is a good one. And to lose them in a absolute massacre like this is definitely rough to see, but they did get their kills. They got, it looked like they got at least 100 kills each, so they did their work. But yes, these chosen swordsmen and these tribal warriors are going to get a lot of kills against these Sabian archers. Over here, we've still got the defenders holding. It looks like we've just got this unit of mercenary Iberian swords just trying to hold as much as they can. We've got the towers shooting at the attacking forces. We've still got a unit of Eastern spearmen that's pretty much all but dead that are about to break against the might of the pikemen. The pikemen are going to take a little bit of fire from those towers, which is good for the defenders, as many kills as they can get against those pikes. And it looks like it's just going to be a final stand over at this last area. We've still got some mercenary Iberian swords. We've still got royal peltas. We've still got pikemen, archers, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We've got plenty of units. So this battle is definitely far from over. From Tylus, we still have tribal warriors, of course. From Arverni, we still got chosen swordsmen and archers. And of course, Tylus still has their slingers. And then over here, our Athens still has... Does Athens... Okay, this archer's out of ammo. This archer still has ammo. This archer's out of ammo. So it looks like they just have one archer that has ammo left over, which they definitely have to save as much ammo as they can for the pikes here. But yeah, this is going to be very, very interesting. I hope these tribal warriors still have ammo, because that is a perfect place to be able to throw some javelins right into the sides of these levy pikemen. But they actually are going to go ahead and charge in, which isn't a bad move. They're going to be able to charge into the flank of those pikemen and hopefully deal a little bit of damage here. But they should go ahead and move up where those... Yeah, move up those... Whoa! What happened to all these Celtic slingers? Whoa, hold on a second. We're going to pause... Well, okay. Who was this? Like a general? It looks like some cav unit. I completely missed it, but it looks like we had a cav unit somehow sneak around and just demolish, absolutely demolish some of these all these Celtic slingers. I mean, holy smokes, they were full whenever we last saw them, but they have definitely taken a number. I mean, 49 men left, 55. I completely missed that cav charge. That sucks, but that's great move by the defenders. Holy smokes, getting a ton of kills against those Celtic slings. So the general's going to go ahead and just keep cycle charging and trying to get as many kills against these tribal warriors as they possibly can. Just trying to keep softening them up before they engage with their troops. And I kind of tricked them a little bit. Those tribal warriors were so focused on going into that general that they actually went into the pikes as well. So the pikes got a couple of little pokies in against them as well, which is good to see. We've got pikemen from Arverni as well that has seen a little bit of fighting. And then another unit of pikemen. We've still got 2 units of pikemen from Athens, but we still have some Syrian heavy archers having a lot of kills, so I don't know how much ammo they have left, but they do still have ammunition. They are still ready to fight, and we've also got Cretan archers from Carthage ready to fire into the flanks of any troops that dare to engage with their frontline pikemen over here. I don't know if I would have moved that pikeman against these chosen swords. Okay, great. Good. They're moving them back because, I mean, those chosen swords, like, I get it. You want to just get them off the battlefield, but they did have plenty of troops kind of moving in here So you don't want them to be able to get surrounded and fall that easily. Athens moving in their archers. I wouldn't waste your ammo against those archers because those archers are completely out of ammo. Great move by Athens, forcing their opponents, the defenders, to waste their ammo against their archers. If they can make sure that their opponents no longer have any more ammo, then their pikes can do some wondrous work. Because I believe their pikes are actually more elite, than the Levy pikemen. The Levy pikemen, let's see, 30, 20, 15, 60, 45. And then we've got the other pikes, which is 34, 24. So the other pikes would theoretically win in a one versus one battle against the other pikemen. Carthage utilizing the general in a fantastic manner here, really just getting some flanking charges against some depleted unit of chosen swords, trying to break them, get them off the battlefield, and make sure that they can't get any more kills against either their men or their allies' men. The archers focusing fire on the front of the Oathsworn, and then oh no, this Oathsworn is getting absolutely melted, and now they're going to turn their backs to Seleucid. Oh no, poor Oathsworn. They're going to take a lot of damage here. Ooh, great move by the defenders, getting a ton of fire against this Oathsword. I'm glad that they're going to stop and hopefully front face against the archer fire. Don't set them inside of shield formation, because then they won't raise their shields and they won't, defend against those archers as much. Just get out of there. Oh, please don't lose your general. Please don't lose it. No, these Oathsworn. Oh my goodness. Man. That's sad to see. We've got a unit of Thorax swordsmen engaged with a unit of archers that is completely out of ammo, just doing whatever they can to be able to hold back these forces. We've got some chosen swordsmen coming in to be able to help support. We've got this unit of this ballista moving into these pikes to hopefully be able to push past and get some damage in. We've got archers utilizing their ammo against these Levy pikemen, which is great to see if you're rooting for the attacker as well. But overall, this is a very, very close battle. We've got a lot of archers left, but not too much in the way of infantry left, really. I mean, all of their infantry is basically right here. They've got Thorax swordsmen, they've got some chosen swordsmen and tribal warriors, but will it be enough? Saba moving in with their camel cataphracts, charging in to try and get as much damage as they possibly can, charging into these tribal warriors, charging into these chosen swordsmen, really just moving in, which in normal circumstances I'd be hesitant about, but in this case, this is like all of the infantry that their opponents have left. This is pretty much everything that Saba has left. If Saba can break all of these infantry and make it so that way their opponents no longer have any infantry left, that would be beautiful. Beautiful for the defenders. So great move by Saba, breaking a couple of units of infantry, and still continuing to push in and to continue to engage, really trying to engage with these pikemen before they can drop their pikes, trying to engage with these thorax swords, trying to break as many of these units as they possibly can, charging back into these chosen swordsmen, hopefully getting some kills against them. The cataphracts still have 69 giggity men left within that unit as well, and getting almost 73 kills, and those are some juicy kills against more elite units as well. Get another drink of coffee in here real quick. And the opponents are like, okay, fuck this general, we got to focus all of our fire against this general unit. The general is going to go ahead and charge into this Oathsworn unit as well as this Thorax. Charge in, push through, and move around. And that's exactly what you have to do with these cataphracts, is just keep on moving through and doing as much damage as you possibly can. 101 kills on these cataphracts. Great move by the defenders, breaking so many troops, causing so much havoc. And really just trying to do as much damage as they possibly can, getting 143 kills so far with 59 cataphracts left over. Holy smokes, dude, that is a fantastic move by them. Still got some Thorax swordsmen left over. We've definitely still got some pikemen left over, but really, it's going to come down to these archers. The attackers have, I'm sorry, the defenders still have pikes. They still have an elite general unit somewhere. They've still got infantry. They've still got archers. It's, the balance of power is a little bit rough right now, but I'm definitely thinking that it is in favor of the defenders right now. I'm thinking it's definitely in the favor of the defenders right now, just because the attackers just really don't have much in the way of infantry left. Can they still pull it off? Most definitely, but it's going to be a hard one. It really is. And we've got this unit of thorax swords moving up. They don't know what to do because they still have this unit of camel cataphracts here just being able to move around and harass their forces. If I were them, I'd just fall back to cataphracts and wait for their opponents to make their move. Over here, we've got the Arverni general moving in order to try and engage with these cataphracts. The cataphracts are going to go ahead and move in and charge against this general, I think. Yeah, which I think they should be able to win that. But yeah, they're really going to be able to deal a number to that general, and if they can kill that general, that would be really good for their allies as well. The Carthaginian general is also going to move in and flank the Arverni general, and they're just going to try to do whatever they can to get this general out of the battlefield. Of course, Arverni only has archers left, but that's the archers that will break even quicker without a general unit. Get your cataphracts out of there. The pikes are soon to come in. The noble horse are breaking. They have 35 men left. Everyone, get your cav out of there. Carthage, get your cav out of there. 27 men left. There's an opening. Yes, go Carthage. Go, 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 go. You've got archers. You've got archers. Get them, boys. Nice. Beautiful. Well done by the defending forces, not allowing these attackers, these invaders, to harass them any longer, moving in and taking the fight to their opponents. You love to see it. And now the fight is on. It is I don't even know what this is. This is an arena right now. There's units all over the place fighting everywhere. You've got pikes fighting against pikes. You've got archers fighting against thorax swords. You've got more units, more pikes. You've got cataphracts moving around. You've got a Carthaginian general unit in the flank waiting for another opportunity to strike. Just all kinds of different things moving all of the time. So many chess pieces moving around. It's just crazy to see. And then we got this unit of cataphracts moving in to try and support against these thorax swords, moving in to continue to engage and move through and just try to get as many kills as they possibly can, getting almost 200 so far with 33 cataphracts left. Breaking 2 units of thorax swords, huge. And a unit of archers with 2 units of archers and a cavalry unit. And this is why you should always save your archers, because you never know when you're going to need them. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love to see it. These archers definitely took a little bit of damage over here too. These cataphracts are taking fire. The attackers are just sick of these cataphracts and really just utilizing their ammo to the best of their ability and trying to keep these archers, or I'm sorry, to keep those cataphracts really being able to do more damage. These Syrian heavy archers are oh no, they're back. They're still breaking more and more units. Pull off another unit and hold off against these thorax swords, because you are doing so much damage. So much damage. Arverni moving in their general. If they lose their general here, that morale is going to take a huge hit. We've still excuse me, still got the Carthaginian general in the back harassing the troops, which is a beautiful move. Even if you don't fully commit them, they will keep the opponents on their toes, and really continue to make sure that they do not engage with everything that they have. But I think now, I don't know. I just don't want them to lose a general either, because they still have a lot of the infantry back here. I know it's showing them now, but yeah, they still got mercenary Iberian swordsmen. I just don't want them to lose their general. But they're going to go ahead and commit their general here and charge in, try to get some kills against these archers. They're going to move in. They're going to move in. They're going to move in. Come on, there we go. General's going to go ahead and move in, get a couple archer kills, and get the hell out of Dodge. Great job by Carthage, just continuously harassing them, continuously ensuring that they do not stop looking over in their direction. This general unit with 15 troops left charging into these thorax swords, trying to get as much damage as possible. Also charging into pikemen. These pikes are not fully down yet. 14 cav units left. Wow, that was actually a decent amount of friendly fire. Beautiful move by the camel cataphracts as well. Camel cataphracts going to go ahead and charge into these Cretan archers. But also charge into the pikes, and that is the end of the Sabian general with 225 kills. Great move by Saba, really doing a lot of damage. That was fantastic to watch. Now we've got the pikemen moving up. We've got the opponent's pikemen really taking a lot of damage, but these Iberian swords still have plenty of ammo to engage with those pikes as well. We've still got a unit of archers hidden over here, trying to stay away. The Carthaginian general is just continuously harassing their opponents. They need to keep on moving. They should probably fall back to a gate that hasn't been captured, so that way they can utilize the advantage of the gate, especially since they have a more elite general charging into them. Carthage, run! Why did Athens stop moving? Carthage, run! Please, Carthage! Please, Carthage! Please, Carthage! Please! Please, or at least turn around and engage. Carthage! Carthage! Oh my goodness, no. Oh, that's so sad to see. So sad to see. Yeah, our Verney should be able to win that fight, which is going to be brutal for the morale of the Carthaginian forces. Wow, now we got mercenary Iberian swords charging into the flank of these thorax swordsmen, while the Royal Peltists have engaged with them, just trying to break these guys as quickly as they possibly can. Great moves. Over here we got these mercenary Cretan archers completely out of ammo, but still have bodies to be able to throw into the fray. These thorax swords are breaking, but they are about to be supported by the might of some pikemen as well. We've got some Balearic slingers, 246 kills, the one that we saw so long ago, ready to engage with their opponents as well. We've got the Royal Peltists, hopefully still with ammo, and the Iberian swords, again, hopefully still with ammo, ready to be able to throw into these pikemen and deal some damage, wreak some havoc against their opponents. But this is it. This is what it all comes down to. 4 minutes and 29 seconds left. Will the attackers claim victory on this day, or will the defenders be able to defend their home against their invaders? We've got Tylus's Celtic slingers breaking. Guys, I have not seen a battle this close in a while. This is a fantastic battle. Great job by Carthage charging in before these pikes can fully deploy and fully put down their pikemen, before they fully get themselves prepared and situated, getting a decent amount of kills, and they're turned around. Great move. Yes, move in those Balearic slingers, engage with those pikemen, and do as much damage as you possibly can. That was a fantastic move. Over here, these Royal Peltists really just trying to harass the unit of pikemen as much as they possibly can. Over here, we've got all of the archers from these forces turned and about to charge in. Come on, countercharge, countercharge, countercharge. Now they're just going to take it like a champ. These Cretan archers are going to try to hold off against the might of the Gallic hunters. I don't know who would win this battle. They do have Iberian swordsmen close by to be able to help support against all of these archer forces. We also have some Balearic slingers with 259 kills. Man, these Balearic slingers have done a lot of damage, and these archers still have ammo. Wow. Great job by the attacking forces, utilizing their archers to try and fire into the flanks of their opponents. Great moves, and being able to move in their general, their noble horse, with 235 kills to be able to support their forces as well. If they can break this Arverni noble horse, that'd be really good, because then hopefully it'll cause some more breakage for the archers from Arverni as well. We've got Cretan archers that are out of ammo, merged with some more pikemen engaged with this unit of mercenary Iberian swords. These Iberian swords will break eventually, but they will try to do as much damage as they possibly can. Pikemen are out of formation. Perfect time to charge them. Mercenary Iberian swordsmen charging into the pikes that are out of formation. Hopefully going to be able to get as many kills as they possibly can against those pikes. I want to see those pikes fall. It's really coming down to those pikes. It really is. I do not... Oh, the Arverni General is still alive, moving into the flank. Going to try to charge into these Iberian swords, which are already breaking. So good move by them. They're just going to try to ensure that they break quicker and free up as many units as they possibly can here. Over here, we've got a unit of Eastern Spearmen from Seleucid engaged with these Gallic Hunters, just trying to keep them from being able to fire any more. And we've also got this unit of Iberian Swordsmen being aggressive, moving in and trying to engage again with these Gallic Hunters and try to get them killed. The Celtic Warriors are in a great position to be able to fire upon these Iberian Swordsmen and really get some great flanking fire. There's just so many hectic things going on in this battle. They're moving down and really just taking the fight to their opponents, which you love to see, trying to break as many units as they can. We've still got this general unit, Royal Peltas, 76 men left, 150 something kills, moving in, going to go ahead and try to engage with these Celtic Slingers and get them off of the battlefield. But those Celtic Slingers still have ammo. There's two of them. They'll be able to kite a decent amount as well. Tylus with their Celtic Slingers are beginning to break, but we've got Gallic Hunters coming in to surround these Balearic Slingers and hopefully get them completely off of the battlefield. Over here, we've got some mercenary Cretan archers breaking from the defending forces, engaged with some Thorax Hoplites, a general unit. And over here, we've got the Royal Peltas engaged with the Celtic Slingers, again, just trying to get them off the battlefield and stop them from being able to continue to fire into them. Because if they can break these guys, they still have ammo. Then hopefully they can save their general as well. They're going to charge their general into the Noble Horse. Noble Horse is going to valiantly fight against these Royal Peltas and get even more kills. These Royal Peltas just getting absolutely melted from that general unit and from the combined forces of the general unit and the Celtic Slingers, and they're going to get completely surrounded. And I think that that is the end of the Royal Peltas. Great move by Arverni. I think it is safe to say that this, is going to be an attacking victory by a very, very slim margin. Balearic Slingers, 335 kills. Damn. That was an insane battle. I don't even know what to say to that, guys. Holy shit. You guys have to let me know down in the comments below who you were rooting for this entire time. Was it the defenders or was it the attackers? Let's go ahead and end the replay and look at the kills here. Again, this video was sent in by the King Grayson. Thank you so much for sending this in. This was a fantastic battle to watch. Looking at, let's go ahead and click on Tylus and then Carthage. It looks like Tylus did a great job, really just taking the brunt of the battle there for a little bit. Getting, 238 kills, 245, 224, 336, really getting some great kills. And of course, now I get the hiccups. Balearic Slingers, 336, 262, 160, 218, 154, so on and so forth. Holy smokes. Let's go ahead and look at Arverni and Seleucid over here. Arverni doing a great job with their Chosen Swordsman, 272, 185, 208, 346, and getting some great kills with their archers, and that general definitely came in clutch at the end as well. And then looking over, at Seleucid, we got 121, 143, 201. Great kills with the Seleucid archers. General unit doing a great job as well. And last but finally not least, we got Grayson and Saba. Grayson getting 190 on both of his pikemen. You never see that. Same kills on both pikemen. That's amazing. 183. 225, 111, 366, and then Saba. Wow, Desert Heavy Lancers, 296, 316, 200, 225. Saba really coming in with those cav plays and doing a fantastic job. Doing 124, 108, 177, 248. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you guys liked it, again, please be sure to hit that like button. It helps me out tremendously and gives me more motivation to be able to continue to bring out that sexy content for you. If you guys also liked and you feeling extra generous, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're really trying to reach 200 subscribers, and I would really appreciate it. Last but certainly not least, guys, give a big thanks to the King Grayson for sending in this video. It was definitely a pleasure to be able to review it, watch it, enjoy it, and share it with you guys. Guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Peace.